we'll discuss about HF network over here. HF network. See, ICAO has decided to cover the world with communication. It was a decision by ICAO because whenever pilots are flying from one place to another place, if they don't have any communication with ATC, it appears blind. So communication is a very important part while flying to pass information or instruction two-way. So ICAO has decided to cover the whole world with so that the pilot can communicate at any point of time, at any from any place, let it be controlled or uncontrolled. The pilots can communicate with ground station. So doing this with VHF is not possible because VHF is a short distance communication, and if you are using VHF everywhere, you have to install n number of VHF stations, which also requires operators. So ICAO has decided to cover the world with HF network, not with VHF, HF network. To cover the world with HF network, ICAO has divided this network in two parts. One is called Radara and MWARA. Another is called MWARA. In general, if you see, it is written as RDARA, Radara. In the RT examination, the DGCA guy or the WPC guy will ask you directly Radara. They don't use like RDARA. So simply they will say what is Radara and MWARA. Radara, MWARA. These are a part of HF network. Radara and MWARA is a part of the ICAO. To cover the whole world with communication, they have divided the uh, HF network in two parts, Radara and MWARA. Radara stands for Regional and Domestic Air Route Area. MWARA stands for Major World Air Route Area. Radara and MWARA. On Radara network, they have divided or they have allocated five HF stations in India. As you can see, the name is regional, right? In Radara network, ICAO has installed or allocated or five HF networks to cover whole Indian airspace with HF communication. The networks are installed at northern region. It is installed at Delhi, southern region Chennai, west region is Mumbai, eastern we have Kolkata, and northeast we have Guwahati. These are the network installed. These five network installed by ICAO in Radara network. These networks are given with some frequencies over here. You can see 2872 these kilohertz frequencies are. They have given three frequencies, right? And this one also 10066. This is also common for Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. For all the network, it is also a common frequency. And you will find some more common frequencies over here, like 2872 is a common frequency for these stations. Why it is common, we'll discuss on the later slide. So these frequencies are given. Some are lower end frequency, some are higher end frequency. The objective of this giving this lower and higher end frequency is to get rid of this night effect, what we have discussed in last class. If you remember it, Adil, do you remember this one? Night effect in HF communication.
Yeah, during night, HF travels
Uh,
long.
it will penetrate the D layer and it can go up to E layer or F layer, and then it will reflect back, so that the effect is the skip distance will increase. Receiver can come in dead space, right, Adil?
Yeah, yeah.
Night effect is very important for your RTR exam point of view.
Okay.
Very frequently asked question, right? So these are two different frequency, and one is at higher end frequency, another is at lower end frequency. So lower end frequency you have to use during night, higher end frequency you can use during daytime. Go ahead, Gauri.
सर ये फ्रीक्वेंसी की याद करनी पड़ेगी.
नहीं नहीं, ये कुछ याद करने की जरूरत नहीं, frequency not required to remember, not required. Okay. So on behalf of Radara network, ICAO has allocated 5 stations: Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, Kolkata, and Guwahati. And the suffix for the station is radio. Radio. For example, you are communicating with Delhi, you have to call Delhi radio. If you are willing to communicate with Delhi in HF frequency, Delhi radio, Bombay radio, Chennai radio, Kolkata radio, right? This radio is a suffix, right? Why it is called radio? Why not like in VHF we call them control, approach, ground? In VHF we the suffix are ground, approach, control, and tar. But in this HF communication there is a single suffix, we call it radio, because that guy with whom, or the operator with whom you are communicating with HF communication, he is not a controller. Keep it in your mind, he is not a controller. Controller is the only the guy to whom you are communicating via VHF communication. HF communication is just a mediator. He will pass your information from one place to another. Controller and non-controller difference is controller can give you instructions. This HF guy cannot give you instruction, he can give you information only, right? Okay, next division was the Mawara, major world air route area. This is another part. On the Mawara network, ICAO has allocated 31 HF networks in all over world. Total 31 networks in all over world. Out of the 31 network, India currently operating 3 networks: Middle East 2, Indian Ocean 1, Southeast Asia 1. And these are the frequencies given to the particular station. And these frequencies, keep in mind, can be changed by ICAO at any time, and they will inform you, right? Okay, there is a manual, radio telephony manual, there they will inform, publish it. All right. So now again we'll sum everything. What is Mawara and Radara? See, ICAO has a vision to cover the world with radio communication. It was not possible with VHF because n number of stations they cannot install. So they have obtained HF. So to cover the world with HF communication, they made a network, HF network, and they have divided the network into two parts, Radara and Mawara. On Radara network, they have installed in a regionally in India, they have installed 5 stations, HF station: Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, Kolkata, and Guwahati. These are the frequencies given. And on Mawara network, they have installed 31 HF networks. Again, 31, important WPC question. How many network, Avinash? 31 network all over the world. And out of the 31, India operates 3 stations: Middle East 2, Indian Ocean 1, Southeast Asia 1. And these are the frequencies, right? So if they ask you what is Radar and Mawara, I hope you can explain them well. As I told you, the person or the operator with whom you are communicating in HF, he is not a controller. He's just a qualified, he's just an operator. That's it. Can you read this for me, Avinash? This line.
HF communication channels are usually manned by air ground operators who are not qualified.
Is that clear, Adil? Now, and we know that, Gauri, HF is noisy, right? Avinash, HF is noisy. So our conventional procedure is, whenever we are communicating with ATC, we have to always monitor the active frequency, right? Adil, Avinash, है ना?
Yes.
We have to monitor, always monitor. If you are, let's say you are doing taxing, you need to monitor ground, right? Ground frequency. And you have done a takeoff, you are within the airspace of tar, you need to monitor tar frequency. Same way, when you are out beyond the range of VHF communication, you conventionally you need to monitor the HF frequency for communication. But monitoring a HF is noisy, right? If you keep on monitoring a noisy environment, if you are inside a noisy environment, definitely you will start headache and you will be stressed, right? For example, when we are traveling traveling by train or car with lot of noise or window noise, so you will feel stress because of the noise only. So HF communication is noisy. That's why engineers has came up with a concept called cell call, selective calling feature. Like we all are having a phone number. Using this number, different peoples can selectively call us. For example, I need to communicate with Gauri, so I have to dial Gauri's phone number. So it's a selective calling, right? But here in this meeting, we are on a common forum, right? है ना? For selective calling, we need a number, है ना? Separate allocated number. Same way in cell call, selective calling feature, the ATC can, not a aircraft, ATC can selectively call an individual aircraft. To selectively call an individual aircraft should have a cell call code. Will should have a cell call code. Cell call code will be, for example, you are a airline and you are obtaining this HF communication. You should have a cell call code to obtain HF communication. You should get a cell call code from ASRI, as Aeronautic Aviation Spectrum Resource Incorporate. There is a department ASRI which is allocated by ICAO to allocate, which is coming under ICAO. The ASRI allocates cell call code to operators, right? Now, this cell call feature is available in both VHF and HF. It is available in both HF and VHF channels, but in India currently, only HF channel is using. We are using only HF for cell call, not for VHF. That means if you are communicating in VHF, still you need to conventionally monitor the active frequency. But in HF, you can switch off the monitoring simply. So there is to avail this cell call feature, you need to get a cell call code from ASRI. The ASRI will provide you 4 letter cell call code, couple of two, that the code will be allocated to you in a alphabet form. The alphabet will be from alpha to Sierra, and INO will not be used. INO will not be used in cell call code. And alpha to Sierra, using this alphabet, they will allocate you cell call code and ascending manner. Couple of two with ascending manner. For example, Charlie Delta Alpha Mike. This is a cell call code. Charlie Delta Alpha Mike. Charlie Delta is ascending, Alpha Mike. Couple of two should be in ascending phase, not in descending, and INO should not be there. For example, incorrect cell call code is Charlie Alpha India X-ray. Here they have used this I. I should not be used in cell call code. So ASRI will provide you a cell call code as an operator. You have to take this cell call code from ASRI, and you have to then you have to take a permission or approval from WPC, right? So after taking approval from WPC, you can write down your cell call code on your aircraft instrument panel. Here it is. For example, there is aircraft Victor Hotel Victor Quebec Kilo is a aircraft registration, and the cell call code is Golf Quebec Echo Foxtrot. Here another aircraft we have Victor Tango November India Vistara aircraft. I guess this one, and the cell call code is Delta Quebec Alpha Papa. Here, Victor Tango Sierra X-ray Delta. The cell call code is Delta Mike Foxtrot Quebec. So again, to install cell call or to use cell call facility in your aircraft, you should have first of all HF communication installed on your aircraft. Then after HF communication, you have to take a cell call code from ASRI, then get it approved from WPC. Then you have to write down your cell call code here on the instrument panel. Using this cell call code, ATC can call you, or ATC can call an individual aircraft. That means no need to monitor the frequency continuously. Is it clear? Adil, Avinash, Gauri?
Yes.
This you can see, this panel is a cell call control panel. These lights are there, these are in switch off position, these are lights are on position. So how it actually works, I'll tell you. Here we have three four things we have. This is our audio control panel, ACP. This is our radio management panel or radio tuning panel, and this is your cell call control panel. Initially these lights will be off, these lights will be off, nothing will be there, right? So what you do, the ATC will give you a primary frequency. So you have to tune, select HF over here, just select a HF over here, HF1. Let's say you have selected HF1, and here you will get a light. That means your HF1 is selected. Now set the frequency whatever is given by the ATC. Let's say 10066. ATC has given you frequency 10066. You have to set it on the active one, and then you can simply relax, no issues, nothing. Switch off your ACP and all, nothing to do. If the ATC wants to call you, if the not ATC, HF guy wants to have a communication with you, he will, using your cell call code, he will give you a call. So in your cockpit you will get a sound, ting sound will come, and this light will come up. That means someone has called you in HF1. So what you will do, you will switch on this HF1 mic over here, then switch on this volume and cockpit speaker. Now you can do communication with the HF guy who has communicated with you. Once the communication is over, simply switch off this speaker and mic. No need to continuously monitor, and this light will go off when you press this to reset. Is that clear? If you don't set this frequency, so you won't get any call. Frequency is important. You have to set this frequency on the radio management panel, right? Now the question is how the ATC, how the HF guy will come to know about your cell call code. This is the question. How the cell HF who has called you, how he will come to know about your cell call code. So there is a procedure called departure report. There's a procedure called departure report, or here it is, uh, departure report or departure message. So let's consider you are flying from Delhi to Dubai. So once you took off, initially you will be communicating with ATC using your VHF, and the ATC will provide you two frequencies, primary frequency and secondary HF frequency. So when you took off from Delhi and you are at your level or climbing for safe altitude or your comfortable altitude, give a call to your departure station Dubai using HF and give a report to him. What is the report you have to provide? The report is what time you have departed from Delhi. Currently, what is your altitude? What is your top of climb? And what are the estimate timing of a reporting point before FIR, then after FIR? Then you have to tell what ETA, what is the ETA to the Dubai, and then uh, your cell call code. At the end, you have to tell your cell call code to the HF guy. Then only he will come to know. For example, here you can see there is an aircraft which is taking off, which sector is from Delhi to, keep this in mind, is flying from Delhi to Bombay. Delhi to Bombay. So this guy, after takeoff from Delhi, he has called Mumbai radio using frequency 10066, and he is passing departure report. He said Mumbai radio Ind Air 411 frequency 10066 departed Delhi 0200. 2 o'clock they have departed. They are climbing to flight level 300. Just keep this in mind. What is their cruise level? Adil, cruise level 300, right?
Yeah.
And they said top of climb is 0211. That means they will be, now they are in climbing phase, they will be reaching to the cruise level at 2 o'clock 11 minute, and they are giving an estimate Jaipur 0220, Songarh 02, sorry 0320. Then said ETA Mumbai is 0350. They are giving endurance. They have 4 hour 30 minutes endurance, and they at the end of the call they said cell call Bravo Charlie Golf Mike. Now that HF guy came to know about your cell call code. And one more thing, as we have discussed, that HF communication is very noisy, and we are passing a information. The HF guy will give you a readback. You need to monitor the readback because HF is very noisy. You have to monitor the readback for correct readback. So this HF guy is doing a readback. He's saying he's transmitting Jaipur 0220, Songarh 0330, ETA Mumbai 0355. So this one he has done a wrong readback. You said 0350, but he is giving you a readback 035. You have to correct it. How you will correct it? By saying negative. I say again, ETA Mumbai 0350. This is the way how you should correct it. And what is the objective behind giving this endurance or passing this endurance information, information to the HF guy is just to inform them what time you will be entering in Mumbai airspace. What is the estimate time you will be entering in Mumbai airspace, so that the ATC Mumbai control will be ready for your arrival. Is it clear, Avinash, Adil, Gauri? Okay, super. Next, we'll proceed FIR boundary report. Very important. They may ask you FIR boundary report. FIR boundary report we provide in HF communication. So whenever we are crossing from one FIR to another FIR, or Delhi, Bombay, or Dubai, Delhi FIR, we need to provide a FIR boundary report. In this FIR boundary report, at a time, we have to call both the station in a single frequency, common frequency. Just now we had discussed this. These frequencies are common, right? Why these frequencies are common? I told you this frequency also common. 1006 is common for Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, and all. This common frequency, using this common frequency, we provide FIR boundary report. What we need to do? You need to call both the station at a time, and we have to provide position information and estimate of points, then ETA to destination. For example, here, the same aircraft who is flying from Delhi to Bombay. Delhi to Bombay. What flight level this aircraft is flying? What is the cruise level, Adil?
Cruise level is
Just now we have discussed last slide.
uh, please
300, right? So he has departed from Delhi. So he's calling Delhi by using the suffix Delhi radio. Ind Air 411 frequency 10066. Then Delhi radio is giving a reply. Ind Air 411 Delhi radio, go ahead. Now pilot is saying Delhi radio standby. Standby means wait, I will call you. Then using the same frequency, Ind Air 411 is again calling Mumbai radio. Then Mumbai radio also said go ahead. Now both are on common channel. Mumbai radio, Delhi radio, both are in common channel. Now the pilot is saying Mumbai radio, Delhi radio, 2 copy. Ind Air 411, position FIR, boundary Delhi Mumbai, time 0310, flight level 300, estimating Songarh 0. Songarh is a station, VOR station. Songarh 0320, ETA Mumbai 0350, endurance 3 hour endurance is there, and then he is giving the cell call code. Cell call Bravo Charlie Golf Lima. Then the Mumbai radio is giving a reply. Mumbai radio said Ind Air 411, assume primary guard on Mumbai radio. Right. So now the primary frequency for Ind Air 411 is Mumbai. The frequency is same, but the primary is Mumbai now. Is that this FIR boundary is clear, Avinash, Adil? DGCA guy can ask you this. Sorry, WPC. What is FIR boundary? Again, I'm repeating. FIR boundary report is a report which you will pass exactly over the FIR of two airspace. So the moment you are at FIR, you just need to call using a common frequency, you just need to call both FIR, get them in a single channel, single point communication, and pass them your present position message, your ETA, and your cell call code. That's it. Right? Okay. So let's say you are flying your aircraft, suddenly you got a cell call appear. Cell call appear means practically you will sitting in the cockpit, very practically flying, monitoring your parameters, engine parameters, flight parameters. Suddenly you got a sound in the cockpit, tang, and you found there is a light on the cell call panel. Just it is on VHF HF1, right? So someone is calling on HF. Who has called you? Either Delhi may have called you or Mumbai can call you. Both of the station knows your cell call, so any one of them can call you. Simply what you do, just switch off these lights. Not these will be already off position. The moment you will get a call, this light will come up, right? Just press this HF1 switch, the light will again go off. So here select this HF1, and the frequency will be 10066, whatever frequency you have set. And switch on this mic, speaker, and volume, and then set station calling. You don't know who has called you, either Mumbai or Delhi. So you don't know who has called you. So you will say station calling Indair 411 1006, go ahead. Go ahead means proceed with your message. So definitely now they will give you a reply. The station who has called you, he's saying, he's transmitting Indair 411 Mumbai radio, reciprocal traffic call sign Jet Airways 109, departed Mumbai at 247 0247. He's flying for Delhi, bound for Delhi. He is maintaining flight level 270. He has reported radial 020 of Bravo Bravo VOR 5 DME fix. So this is the information which is being passed to you by Mumbai radio. It is not an instruction, it's the information, because the Jet Airways is your reciprocal traffic. So traffic information is being passed to you. Definitely, so you have to acknowledge the traffic information. Right, Adil? Roger, reciprocal traffic, Jet Airways 109, maintaining flight level 270, Indair 411. So what flight level you are maintaining, Avinash?
Seven, scale into
300, right? So he is 3000 feet below us, but still they are giving a traffic information to us. So this one is complete cell call and Mawara, Radara. So how far you are clear with this Mawara, Radara, cell call and all? Adil, any doubt? Gauri, Avinash?
no doubts as of now.
Again, I'll conclude everything with some everything. Mawara,
Okay.
Radara. Why I'm repeatedly saying this, Mawara, Radara? You will definitely get a question from this. 100%. Mawara, Radara. These are two networks given by HF. ICAO. ICAO decided to cover the world with HF communication.